everybody and welcome to 30 Days of Foundation. Today's foundation is from MAC, as will be probably all the next foundation reviewed from this series, and probably I'll finish up with two other brands or two or three that I have left. But anyways, today's foundation is MAC Matchmaster SPF 15 in shade 1, which is what I'm wearing right now. This foundation doesn't come in really a wide range of shades, but rather comes in weird coding numbered. I mean, pretty weird considering that MAC uses the NC and W system. This one doesn't. It uses only 1, 2, 3, blah blah blah. And yeah, so I got the lightest one, which is shade 1. And the thing with this one is that it doesn't really correspond to, for example, NC and W15. I feel it's a bit lighter, and I've heard people saying that if you're a good match with Urban Decay Naked Foundation 05, then you're gonna be a good match with this one. It might be true actually, but I feel maybe that this one has more of a ashy appearance, not in a bad way, but for me when I apply this foundation it feels retro. It's not because it's matte, but it has that dry down and that I don't know, that undertone that feels a little bit retro, at least for me. And yeah, I don't know, I'm not exactly sure where I would put in the scale. Definitely lighter than MAC Studio Fix Fluid in NC15, that's absolutely for sure. But it's not as light as NW or NC10, no, nowhere near, but probably in the middle of that spectrum. So if you've been like not sure, like both ends don't suit you, then you might want to try this one because it might be a good match. Undertone wise, this one is a little bit hard. I would say it's more of a neutral, but I might be wrong. Actually, don't listen to me that much. Go to my blog post down below where I'm gonna put like all the details after really observing it and blah blah blah. But right now it feels sort of neutral to yellowish, at least on my skin. But mind you that I'm really my face at least is very pink right now, and my natural skin tone has sort of a bluish undertone. What else? Coverage, I would say medium, a pretty decent medium. It feels weird when first applying it. It feels like it's like streaky, not nice, but you have to give it a little bit of a time until it starts slightly setting, and then you start like patting it or blending it or whatever. Don't blend it, don't try to make like some blending artwork there when it's straight out of the pump, like liquidy fresh, because this one sets into demi matte finish, or I would say sort of a fresh matte finish, or nearly a full matte finish. You can still see through some natural shine of the skin. Shine, not oil, I mean the natural moisture of the skin. So it's not fully matte, so I would consider it a fresh matte, or maybe a little bit more towards the matte than the fresh look. But yeah, I didn't really feel the need to have any powder with this, and I have oily skin right now. Yeah, pretty bad oily skin, and as you're gonna see in the review, I have also quite an acne flare-up. All the red dots that you're gonna see there, those are cysts, and I have around maybe 12 on my face. It's utterly painful, and I think it's due because I've only used one time the oil cleanser, and instead of 2 or 3 cleansing steps, because I've been wearing some heavy duty waterproof chemical sunscreens, and those need really a lot to get them removed from your pores. So fingers crossed that now that I'm adding, well, I'm gonna be cleansing with an oil, then a second oil, and maybe a cleanser if my skin still feels suffocated. But yeah, I have pretty sensitive skin and my skin reacts to whatever, so right now I'm eliminating everything but the bare necessary. No, I'm not using any topical things for my acne because those make them worse. And yeah, I think that's about it. I was pondering Accutane again, like my 5th round or whatever, but then I'm reminding myself I'm gonna have a lot of pain on my muscles and my joints, and I don't really want to go through that. So, well, for now I just have to accept that's my skin. It has periods that it's not clear and it has periods that it's clear, so whatever, I just have to embrace it. That's the easiest way to deal with it, and when you're calmer, the skin's gonna have its process. I just have to make sure that I'm not putting any things that I am aware that my skin doesn't like, or that I really properly cleanse. It makes a huge difference on my skin when I have several cleansing steps, because my skin has hyperkeratosis, and that means that it's producing a huge amount of excess of dead skin cells, and that clogs my entire face. And yeah, I can have a strong chemical peel and the next day my skin looks dull. So that's how my skin is. But anyways, enough rambling, I'm sorry. This was supposed to be the foundation. Anyways, if you're up to seeing how the foundation looks and all that goodie, then please wait and check. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and as always, thumbs up if you've liked it, or thumbs down if you haven't, of course. And don't forget to check the links down below. You'll have the reviews and pictures and swatches and all that more in depth on my blog. Thank you very much for watching. Bye! So here I am again applying the foundation, and well, I'm sorry that I'm never that smooth in applying foundation. Like, I often forget to have my tools around. But anyways, this foundation, as I have mentioned, it works better when it starts to set slightly, because when it's like now really liquidy, it's kind of hard to make it look good. Even though I'm attempting with the brush, you might not be able to see it, but it's very streaky and patchy. So my recommendation would be just like spread it all over, blend it slightly, wait a few seconds until it starts to set, and then you start the blending process. I've found the hard way that that's how it works better. And yeah, anyways, in case you're wondering, what's that odd white cast on my face, that's my sunscreen. I always apply sunscreen. Yeah, it's a must for me. Anyways, here you can see it's slightly more yellowish than my skin. You can see like more or less the coverage. And whoops, sorry about that thingy on my nose. I always happen to have something hanging from my nose after I've got like reparative nose surgery, and yeah. So yeah, Anyways, yeah, you can see more or less what it looks like and the coverage and whatnot. Here I have put it on all my face, so I hope that gives you a better idea. And please don't forget to check my blog for more pictures and swatches. So I'm back. This is roughly 8 hours later. What it looks like, yep, it has faded and caked and whatnot. And yeah, well, you make the decision if you like this foundation or not. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting more videos, and